Hey everybody, and welcome back to the final mission of the first episode of Duke Nukem 3D. We're still playing Attrition. I'm still Negaroth, and I still have Deceitful Penguin here with me.
Any of you guys just ready to step up? Man, I'm looking at you, Psycho. Just come on over here, baby. It's room for everybody.
I don't know if is that sexual or...
Oh yeah, baby.
It's always it's hard to tell sometimes between when something is actual threatening and when something is just sexual.
Why can't it be both, baby?
Well, I've known some men that it's kind of the same difference, really. But explosions through walls.
Well, I think explosive force wouldn't be, absorbed by upgrading.
Yeah, well, actually, the dick move there I just noticed was that. Did you notice the shield he had?
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually deflected the rocket back into my face, and yeah, he was an asshole. But that's okay. Because we are in the San Andreas Fault, I guess. I don't actually think the San Andreas Fault looks like this at all, but...
No, I've been to San Andreas, like in a video game and shit, and there were a lot more cars and black people.
Of course. But, black people are afraid of crevasses because it's a French word.
But I thought, like, the South, which had the most black people before, had been mostly settled by the French. You had, like, a French and Indian war?
That was Louisiana. Yeah, it's the Louisiana Purchase.
I thought it was the French and Indian War.
No, that was the War 1812.
Oh.
Whenever Canada was all like, "What up, dog?" and they exported all the black people down south.
Ah, I see.
Because it was about the beaver.
Something like that, man. Protective boots. Them things.
Protective boots are probably extremely helpful on this particular level because I guess the entire alien plan has been to transport the toxic waste that we've been seeing from toxic waste producing places back into the San Andreas Fault. Whether this is for nefarious reasons, one can only assume, but it's kind of a stupid plan, to say the least.
Very. I mean, also, I'm wondering, what happens if you don't wear them? Do you just lose health, or does Duke get...
Yeah, you lose health, like, pretty quickly.
Oh, so you don't just get, oh, I have the cancer in my feet.
I don't know if you can get foot cancer.
I was actually honestly curious about that.
I've never heard of it, but I guess there are still cancers I haven't heard of. I'm not a...
I know you can get skin cancer and...
Holy shit.
You blew up?
Yes, I made a sound, and I made rock fall. I am a Jesus or something.
You're a human onomatopoeia.
Yes.
But yeah, that is actually one of the first introductions to invisible triggers. Basically, the only way to continue on through the level is to stand in front of that San Andreas Fault sign. Once you do, the land suffers some kind of massive seismic activity and then plummets into the ground, allowing you, the continuation into the level.
I think perhaps that it was change in like gravitational pull from his brass balls caused it all to fall down.
One can only assume. I mean, when you're dealing with genitals of that magnitude, whenever they rub up against other tectonic plates, you obviously got some shifting. I mean, if the world had an asshole, I would fuck it. To say the least.
Thanks for that charming mental image.
If anybody wants to draw that for the thread, just mark it, not safe for work, we're good.
Yeah.
But we're now dealing with some rather interesting Native American cultures deep within the San Andreas Fault. Yet again, I don't think this is really historically accurate, but that's alright, I guess.
I mean, the cave cities of the Indians or native of real Americans, are a fairly well documented thing.
Yeah.
But
if you want to say Indian, it's fine for you to do it. I mean, you're from another land, so.
No, I think I'll just say like real Americans or something. Isn't that what you're supposed to say?
That was G.I. Joe.
Oh, I thought everyone else was a dirty immigrant or something.
Well, no, it's all relative. I mean, once you live here long enough, it's kind of like a common law marriage between you and Mother Earth.
What?
It's not important. But yeah, something I ran into here with the polymer going on was basically that the lighting effects were so great that they ended up kind of making the handprints that you need to find for operating the different secret walls a bit difficult to find. So I know there's a rocket launcher in that room, but I swear to God I couldn't find the handprint to actually operate the walls. So
Anyone in the thread that wants to stop frames and draw circles around them and make us feel like idiots, go ahead.
if you want to do a screenshot LP of this game, it would be great.
Yeah, I've been thinking about making a screenshot LP of a shooter.
It worked for every other shooter out there.
No, I mean, it's like, you know, you gotta try something new.
Yeah, live action. I saw a video recently where a rather fat person did a live action version of the Full Metal Alchemist opening, and it was awkward.
Which season opening?
I think it had a bunch of kids running.
That could be
Like
anything.
they were all swooping around and leaning up against trees.
How many of them had acne and were morbidly obese?
Not that many.
Surprising.
I didn't actually ever follow the show, so I wasn't sure if that would have been canonical or not.
No.
No, it was not a fat person anime.
Still looking for that rocket launcher?
No, I actually remembered that some crafty little trap here. That there's another invisible trigger where you have to stand basically right here, and yet again, you know, plate tectonics and ball shifting. And some more land ends up falling into the lava that we're going to be seeing in just a second. Yet again, not very obvious to the new player, especially, you know,
What do you...
10-year-old Niggeroth who's playing this for the first time. It's just like, fuck, what do I do?
What are you doing on that lava?
Galoshing it up.
You're walking on... Right.
It's very protective Wellingtons.
Good sir, I would like to purchase a pair of Wellingtons. What do you want in your Wellingtons? They can withstand toxic sludge, alien blood, and magma. Well, I have just a pair for you.
Yeah, sadly this is America, so we had to... there's a very limited supply of Wellingtons outside of in the San Andreas Fault.
I was near a live volcanic eruption, and we were like 2 miles or 3 miles away, and we were downwind, and we were down to our sweatshirts, you know.
No pants, no underwear, just sweatshirts.
Well, there were underpants, and also the pilot had his helmet on. And then the wind turned, and we were with the wind, and we had to go back because it was too fucking hot.
So you're saying this game is realistic or ultra realistic?
I'm saying that...
Holy shit.
I'm saying that,
You got distracted, huh?
I got a little distracted by the fact that woman has no backside. From the fact... I don't even know what I call this.
You almost died in a volcano.
No.
They
Died
would've-
is a harsh word.
They would have found your speedo-laden corpse.
They would never have found my corpse. It would have... They wouldn't have found the helicopter.
Well, no, it would have been like Pompeii. Some future tourist would have found your speedo-laden corpse through archaeology.
And now you'll have a pretty speedo-laden corpse. Boom, there.
Yeah, that is the first time we have met a Duke clone in normal gameplay, and what a great place to do it on the final fucking level when you need as much ammunition as possible.
Too bad you haven't leveled up your mighty boots.
The mighty boot would only be reasonably helpful. I mean, it does kill them pretty fast, but unless you actually corner them, they have a good ability to stay the fuck away from you. They juke, and they have rope-a-dope. Are you familiar with Muhammad Ali?
They fly like a butterfly and sting like a butterfly?
I would be afraid of butterfly stung.
Well, if they were Australian, sure.
They're very silent and secretive, and if one of them just landed on you and started stinging you, that would be awful.
Yeah.
But we are making our way across dangerous jumping puzzles, and hey, look, another Duke clone. Now, you may think he's gone, but Duke clones have another very special ability, and that's a fucking jetpack. So, I'm trying to run for my life, because, yeah, this is kind of a bad place made even worse by a Duke clone. And I'm just awful at shooting.
You don't know, it's just that you never realize how maneuverable you are compared to enemies and shit until you see someone that's, you know, just your model with the AI fucking about.
Yeah, like you see the rest of these enemies, they're actually pretty relaxed. They're just floating through the air, they just stand in place. Then that guy comes out and he's fucking running everywhere and ducking and jumping and jetpacking, and you're just like, get away from me, leave me alone.
It's like trying to use live action mode on a console in the PlayStation in Fallout New Vegas. You know, it's just you try to aim for those fucking buzzing insect fucks, and before you know it, you have multiple poisons. Whoa, it's xenomorph.
Yeah, we are now down into the alien ship proper. We saw a bit of that through a little crack before, with what appears to be a large belly door. Not actually sure what that's supposed to be.
But is it a flat texture? Is it just shading on top?
Yeah, I think it's just a flat texture. I don't think they would have.
Ooh, trippy. Whoa.
Yeah, the Master of Shadows. And it's time for our first boss fight. It's a Battle Lord.
Battle Lord.
Yeah, he's got a number of dick abilities. He's got a kind of a grenade lobbing, which you can pretty easily dodge. Does quite a bit of damage though, and the grenades will stay behind, so you have to make sure not to run over them while you're frantically trying to get the fuck away from them. He's also got a hit scan Gatling gun that does a reasonable amount of damage, and he will also just kind of run up on top of you and try to smash you underneath his feet.
Is that an insta kill or just shitload of damage?
It does quite a bit of damage. I don't think it's instant kill. It's enough damage to where you'll pretty much die very quickly, but I don't think it's instant. But yeah, it's time to run through as many fucking bullets as I have. You know, if it wasn't for those Duke clones, I'd probably have more, you know, rockets to go through. If I was more observant, which I will be in just a little bit, I'll realize that there's actually more rockets on the actual arena itself. For some reason though, it's always good to go through all your chain gun ammo, because there is a little bit of stun that'll happen. Not a lot, but enough to give you some respite from his endless shooting.
Yep.
And honestly, the pipe bombs don't seem to be doing that much damage. Especially when he shoots them out of midair. And yeah.
So how about them Lakers, eh?
It's quite hilarious because there's no lakes in Los Angeles.
Right.
Well, no, they were actually originally from Michigan, I think, where the Great Lakes are. That's why they were called the Lakers.
Ah, Great Lakes.
Yeah.
Where's that? Is that a new add-on for Fallout or something?
Probably. They always have some kind of like theme or something. But no, I mean that's what happened with quite a few teams. I mean, from my original home state of North Carolina, we got a hockey team called the whalers. There's no whales in North Carolina.
What? Wait. What
Yeah.
kind of whale?
Dead whales. Speaking of dead whales, War of Attrition.